Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a standard Beatles update video here. Felt like I haven't really done one in a while, but I guess it's been a little bit over a month since my last, normal Beatles update. And got a few records here. Got a CD and even a cassette and a couple other odds and ends to show as well. And we're going to go start off with the records here. And I actually picked up these records. My parents went on vacation, and I told them to go check out a local record store if they had time. And luckily, they had time to go stop by, and they took some pictures of for me for some of the records that were there. And my mom even surprised me with another record that ended up being a pretty cool and interesting Paul McCartney record. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to start off with the Lone Beatles record here. And as you can see, this is the Beatles' White Album. And as you can probably tell by these stickers here, if you know any of the kind of later reissues, a European version, that is a German pressing, and it is a reissue, but it's an early reissue, so it's pretty cool. So it is a top loader still. Unfortunately, it's not the greatest condition. So it is a top loader. So I was a little bit confused because when I usually see these stickers, I was like, usually it's like early 70s reissue. But also in the bottom left corner, you're not going to be able to see it. The number is there. It's just very faded. So here is the back. Again, it's pretty beat up, but a German White Album is still a German White Album. So I got it all cleaned up, ready to play, and excited to see how it sounds like. So here are the labels. On a nice Apple label. And then the original one, the original first pressings, the catalog number is like an SMO catalog number. And this one is a C1. And there's side 2 with the sliced apple. And then record 2 is the same thing. So this reissue came out in 1969. Again, it still has the top loading aspect to it, while the other reissues with those stickers are side opening. So anyway, still like collecting White Albums. I haven't really felt like I got one in a while too, and for it to be a German pressing as well, I'm excited to see how it sounds like. And that is going to be the only Beatles record for this update. So I got a Ringo one and a Paul one to follow. And then this one is also an import. We got Ringo's Ringo album, and this one is from Italy. So this is a nice, not a glossy, it's a matte finish here, but it's in pretty good shape. Comes with the booklet as well. So yeah, there's a little bit of the booklet there. And let's see, I think this kind of follows the UK label style, to where it has the green lettering instead of like the US has the white ones. So there is the label there with the green lettering. And this record's in nice shape. So there is Ringo from Italy there. That's a pretty cool one to pick up. I do try to tend to find some UK first pressings, or I would like to find some UK first pressings of the early solo Beatles. But since I got that Italian one, I wouldn't mind maybe holding off a Ringo album for quite a while. Now, that doesn't mean if I find one next week that I won't buy it, because I probably would be interested in buying it. But anyways, the surprise of this kind of haul here is there's going to be this 12-inch single record from Paul McCartney here. And this one was definitely, I had to do a little research when I got it, but all I know it was pretty cool, because it is Paul McCartney's Waterfalls. And this is the only 12-inch single release of this album, and it came from Brazil. So this came out in 1986 in Brazil, and it was the only worldwide 12-inch single of this song. There's obviously the 45 version of it, but in terms of the 12-inch format, I believe this is the only one that came out, was the one in Brazil. So that was a pretty cool surprise. So my mom did good, surprising me. So she was happy that she picked up something that I didn't have. So good job, Mom, there. And it is on the black Parlophone label here. Very flimsy disc. So there is the label there, and the B-side is Check My Machine. So that is also nice to have. As you can see, it's got some surface scratches, but I am excited to listen to it. Hopefully it doesn't sound too crackly or anything, but pretty cool release. And I'm excited to have it in the Paul McCartney 12-inch singles collection now. And then a few other odds and ends here at this record store. There's a couple CDs and cassettes, and they were both sealed, but I got them for pretty good prices here. We got Paul McCartney, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. This one was still sealed. This is a UK pressing of it, and it came with the hype sticker on there, which I thought was pretty nice. So here is the back. I already have a copy of this that's open and that I can play, so I think I'm just going to leave it sealed. I like the hype sticker there, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then similarly, I don't really get cassettes too often, but this one was just kind of too cool to pass up. And that is George Harrison Live in Japan. And this one is still sealed, and it does have the hype sticker as well. This import. I think this is another. This one says France on here. Yeah. So there is the front. You can't really even see the picture of George there. There at the side. Spines there in the back. And then I guess that's how much it was originally. So anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. Again, I don't pick up cassettes too often, but it was unique enough to where, and cheap enough to where I ended up picking it up. And then this last thing was also a little bit of a surprise that my mom found. She thought it was pretty cool. But this is a little pack of postcards of John Lennon, and this came out 1984, something like that. I looked it up at some point in time. It was somewhere in the 80s, and the cover design is by James Marsh. So there's the back, and you can just kind of see the designer credits on the back there. So we're going to open it up. I'll show you the postcards that come with it. Not really too sure what I'm going to do with these, as it is a nice set. Folds open like that. But some of them might be frameable. So we're going to go through them again. Or I'm going to go through them again, but I'm going to show you for the first time what the postcards look like. So we got the classic portrait there from John, or of John, and then all these are going to look like that on the back. Here's the other one. Got one from his book. Some artistic. There's a couple artistic ones of John in here as well, as you can tell. So some of these are definitely interesting looking. But, here's a nice shot of John there. Another one from his books. And then here's the one, the cover. It looks like one of John's drawings there. Here's a nice artistic one of John wearing his New York City shirt. And then the last one, we got John and Yoko and a dove, hoping for some world peace there. So that was an interesting set. Again, I'm not really too sure what to do with them. I'm definitely going to keep them intact. I'm not going to use it for my own art ideas or purposes or anything like that. It's just the question is if I'm going to frame any of them or wanting to keep into a set. So let me know what you would do with these. I'm a little bit torn of what to do with them, or kind of stuck, figure out what to do with them. So let me get those all settled back in there. And then the last few items actually came from a estate sale, garage sale type event thing. And these are just some more John stuff. Just some magazines of when John passed away from 1980. So there is the People magazine. And then this is the Time magazine from December 22nd, 1980. And let me flip through it real quick and find a little spot. I think it was page 19. So here's just kind of a nice insert in some articles and pictures talking about John. And I think one of my commenters has this picture as their username icon. So if that was you, send a comment in the or send a reply in the comment section and see if I was right. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that correctly. And then here's a more modern one. This came out in 2011, but this one's just kind of more of a rehashing of a lot of Beatles information that you kind of get over and over again with the modern magazines. But there you have it. So there's a little bit of everything on this Beatles update. I'm also trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these magazines as well. I might stick them in to a couple of my double fantasy records. Maybe just have something a little bit extra in my records. I like to do that if I find some original newspaper clippings and things like that. So I'll probably do that with the magazines, keep them in a safe place, and kind of add a little bit to the records themselves. And then I'll probably add the more modern magazine to my magazine stack in my closet. So I hope you enjoyed this pretty good Beatles update. And again, stay tuned for more videos to come. I got a few UK 45s and one UK album I'm going to go through. And I've finally been going through the mother numbers, the stampers, and the matrix numbers for the UK records. So I'm finally learning all that, learning all the different pressing plants, how to distinguish all of them. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I might make a video of those records and explain the differences between the mother numbers, the stamper numbers, and the letters and all that kind of stuff. And so that might be kind of a fun learning type video for not only you guys, but also for me to make sure I get everything right. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed this video.